Hey guys, I would say good morning, but it's not. It's midday. So listen, here's a quick lecture we're going to go over. Listen, we want to cover on this third day hors d'oeuvres, okay? Or as you guys call finger foods, that type of deal, okay? There's some criteria to it, so just sort of know this. And this will make more sense because once you get into your lab class, you will do quite a few of these, okay? So I think you'll get a better understanding at that time. Okay, hors d'oeuvres. What are they? As you know them to be, okay? It translates into outside the work, okay? That's what it actually means in French. And food served apart from the meal. So think about it like this, is that, think about when you've seen appetizers, right? Well, go to the restaurant. There's an appetizer menu, correct? And as you were learning with your salads, there's even appetizer salads, right? Right. Okay, so with that, that's normally served apart from the meal or prior to the meal, okay? So the idea that it's not really supposed to fill you up, okay? So they're creative, light bite-sized items. And think about it. When you've seen hors d'oeuvres, normally they should be 1 to 2 bites. And that's a criteria actually for building them, okay? So a lot of the types of hors d'oeuvres are going to be wrapped, okay? Think about it. Can you think of any wrapped hors d'oeuvres? Filled, okay? Canapes are going to be 1 to 2 bites, as I said. Open face, normally composed. Think about some of the toppings we've seen. I hope you've seen. There's caviar, right? Toppings. There's tea sandwiches, crudités, dips and spreads, skewered. You guys seen the little toothpicks through things, right? So we're going to call those skewered, if you will, okay? And I think a lot of you are familiar with tea sandwiches, as you guys call them. All right. Nextly, okay, I want to talk about canapes. Okay? It translates to sofa or couch. And listen, they're all considered, canapes are considered hors d'oeuvres, okay? And the bases, meaning the bottom parts, because they're going to be composed or built up, right? So the bottom part, right, normally are toasted on both sides, or cooked or fried or something to both sides, okay? They're normally not soft or wet. Think about that, okay? All canapes are going to be garnished, but not all garnishes are canapes. Ooh, we're going to get into that in just a second. Okay, so listen, canapes are served as a deluxe item per piece or by the dozen. So it's sort of funny, you know, we were talking in the previous class of how things are served and that type of thing. So remember that when you talk about canapes or you're catering or you're setting up something, these items are served by the each or by the piece, okay? And normally canapes are a precursor to a meal or to a buffet, okay? So you keep that in mind as you build these things. Okay, so listen, I want to tell you there's some basics to canapes, okay? And it's this. There's the base. It should be easy to handle, not difficult. Have you ever seen someone finger food that end up making people wear it on their shirts and stuff like that? So we'll say that's not user friendly, sort of, okay? So the base should be easy to handle. So the base is going to be the bottom, right? But also, we can call it the pellicle. That's another name for the base. Okay? Then you have the spread or something that's adhesive. What do you mean? Okay, so if I have a dry base, it could be bread, it could be something toasted, it could be something fried, it could be even a fried plantain, right? Okay, so you're going to have some type of spread, which is normally used as an adhesive, if you will, right? To the canopy, to your topping, what you're actually going to put. right? So it's like making a sandwich, putting some mayo or some type of spread on it, then putting on your meat. So we're talking about the same concept right there, okay? So you have the base, right? You have the spread, and then finally you're going to have the body. The body has to be your main ingredient, right? So let's just say I was going to do the caviar. That would have been my body, right? I could have done a shrimp. I could have did many things, right? That would be the body. So some of you heard me say we keep the main thing, right? So watch this. This is the application. I have the body, I have the base, I have a spread, then I have the item I'm going to put on there, okay? Then finally a garnish, something to finish it off with. Now remember, we taught you that we eat with our eyes, right, first? So that's one thing, as you're building these things or as you create them, you want them to be attractive, right? Also tasty. But there's some things you got to keep in mind, though. Let me tell you where sometimes it goes wrong. It sometimes goes wrong when your base gets soggy. If you put something that's so wet that now there's no crispness or it doesn't hold in place, right? That could be a challenge for a canapé, okay? And also, there's 5 criteria to it, okay? Size, it's got to be 1 to 2 bites. I know that's sort of weird sometimes portioning down that small, but you got to remember, it's not made to fill anyone up. It's just made as a precursor to dinner, okay? Okay, so the size, 1 to 2 bites. The shape, interesting shapes. There's no definite, it could be diamond shape, it could be square, it could be, I don't know. You tell us. That type of thing, okay? Color is the most important. 4 contrasting colors, clean definitions between them. Now, meaning that, well, just look at my shirt today. Okay, I'm in a black shirt, highlighted with this yellow, right? You can see the blue from my little badge string. So you see some you see some colors coming forth, right? So think about this. In a canapé, there could be reds, greens, blacks, browns, any color, right? And you want to keep that in mind. You don't want everything to look alike as you build those canopies, okay? So you want some contrasting colors, some things that complement each other. But got to be clean, though. The colors got to be clean and not blurred, if that makes sense. All right? Textures. You got to have contrasting textures as well. So we said if the base is toasted or roasted or fried, right? So we know we're getting a crunch or some type of bite from that. So keep that in mind. Crispy base, okay, soft body. Now, also one of the things I just mentioned before, you've got to keep in mind, you don't want your body to be so wet that it makes your base soggy. That would make for a very nice canapé or hors d'oeuvre, okay? So you guys can imagine that, right? So then also, here's taste. It's to have some balance of flavors, right? Savory, spicy, sour, smoked, or whatever as you're learning your flavor profiles, okay? Meaning that you're learning flavors that complement each other. Now, let me just give you one that just jumped in my mind. Like, I met a lot of people that don't like cranberry sauce, right? Some people like it, some people don't. But it was really made to contrast with the taste of turkey. Make sense? So, it's either for you or not. That's what I'm going to say. But as you match stuff, you try to find things that complement things, okay? So you'll even find with pork cookery, you'll see a lot of times sauces might be fruit-based, sweet-based, that type of thing. Also with duck, okay? So those are some things to keep in mind, but those are flavors that actually complement each other. You're going to learn more about that as you're here at school and go through the different courses and with the different chefs. They have a lot of information to share with you concerning these type of things, okay? So those were the 5 criteria right there. Okay, the dimensions, you guys, You don't want to make things too big. So when we ask you for a canapé or something bite-sized, we're not talking about a sandwich that you've quartered. Think about that. If I quarter the sandwich, cut it corner to corner, I know you guys seen that, and someone will stick a toothpick in it, right? Well, guess what? That was the whole purpose in coming to culinary school, where you're not even doing stuff like that anymore, right? Okay, so listen, we're going to say at the most, you'd want it 1 by 1 by 1. What do you mean? I mean, an inch. That's it. Okay? Inch length, inch width, inch height. That's that's an ideal dimension for canopy, okay? Now, some people will go 1.5 inches, but when you go over that, you're like going to almost mini sandwich or tea sandwich type deal. Not what you were trying to do, okay? So keep that in mind. And also, you guys, watch this. As you begin to cater and stuff, you can't give your money away. And I know you like people to like your food and get the compliments that come with it, but you got to learn the business side of it also. A canopy can't be where you're giving away so much amounts, okay? So keep that in mind. They're small, they're tight. They're just, like we said, a precursor to the meal. Something just to stave off a little bit of the, I guess your hunger, if you will, okay? So let me show you some things that they use for bases for canopies. The bouchée, tart shells, fried wontons, rice cakes, crackers, toasted bread, potatoes, tortillas, puff pastry, phyllo doughs, those type of things, egg roll wrappers, even like I said, the fried plantains, I've seen those as bases for stuff. So keep that in mind. And all of those things, remember, would be crispy used as a base, okay? And remember that's so ideal. It's got to stay where it doesn't become soggy, okay? So if there's different spreads that they use, there's hummus, ganoush, cream cheeses, aiolis, flavored aiolis, guacamole, chutneys, even compound butters. I'm not crazy about those, but these are things that people are using as spreads, okay? Or adhesive, if you will, but as your spread, okay? Different styles of service, as you guys are learning. There might be individual, like when you go to a restaurant, they bring you yours. But think in a buffet setting when there's hors d'oeuvres, there's platters set up. And just think about how they're lined up so perfectly and they look. Those of you that plan on catering, you better know something about this, okay? It's going to be important to you, okay? And as we talked about, just different styles of service, even with the hors d'oeuvres or canapes, if you will. Sometimes they're passed out by a butler walking with a tray, right? As people are mingling, you grab stuff as they go by. Then you have your stationary buffets where you actually come through and pick stuff up, okay? So listen, with this last bit of information, so remember, internationally, we are not the only ones that does hors d'oeuvres, okay? Over in Britain, they call it starters. America, we're going to call it appetizers. France, hors d'oeuvres. The Cantonese version is called dim sum. Of Spain, the tapas. Greece, messes. Italy, antipastos. So everyone has a name that we're calling our appetizers, okay? So that's pretty much it, what I have to say about this. Okay, listen, you guys will pick up a lot of these appetizers, right? When you get into the coursework with your chef. So, like we said, this is just a lecture portion of your course, to which I'm not your teacher. But anyway, hey, it's all good. You guys have a great day, and talk at you later.